Welcome to Mind Cipher. Most people fail in life for one simple reason. They still believe the world is fair. They still think good intentions win battles. They still think being nice earns loyalty. They still think honesty guarantees respect. It doesn't. Machiavelli exposed that truth 500 years ago in The Prince, and today, in America, at work, in relationships, in politics, in business, his lessons hit harder than ever. If you want power, influence, and control in a world built on competition, you must stop playing fair. This is not about being evil, this is about being effective. Welcome to Mind Cipher. Tonight we decode Machiavelli's darkest power lessons and how smart people use dark psychology, ruthless strategy, and real human nature to rise when everyone else freezes. Take a breath, because once you hear this, you'll never see people the same way again. Niccolo Machiavelli wrote The Prince in a world of assassinations, conspiracies, and political chaos. He wasn't writing a self-help book, he was writing a survival manual for power. His message was simple and brutal. Life is not ruled by fairness. Life is ruled by power dynamics. Today there are no kings with swords in the streets, but the psychology is the same. Office politics, relationship drama, social media clout, corporate competition, friend groups, family hierarchies, political strategy, status games, same game, different weapons. Machiavelli understood the rule most people still refuse to accept. Humans don't follow what's fair, they follow what feels strong, and strength, real strength, is cold, strategic, realistic, and sometimes, yes, ruthless. This video isn't about turning you into a villain, it's about showing you how to stop getting played. So let's break down Machiavelli's darkest power lessons and how to use them in modern American life without becoming a monster. People respect power, not fairness. Machiavelli famously wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Most people misunderstand this. He wasn't saying, be a tyrant. He was saying, fear creates boundaries, love creates preference, and humans rarely respect preferences. Think about your own life. How many times were you nice and got ignored? How many times were you honest and got used? How many times did you help and they forgot you instantly? People don't respect goodness, they respect strength, not violence, not screaming, strength. A boss who never enforces consequences gets ignored. A partner who tolerates disrespect gets walked on. A leader who apologizes too much loses authority. A friend who never sets boundaries becomes everyone's emotional trash can. The psychology is simple. Humans are wired for hierarchy. We subconsciously sort people into two boxes. Can be tested, should not be tested. When you're obsessed with being fair all the time, people subconsciously place you in the safe to ignore category. When you show calm, non-emotional strength, you move into someone with consequences. You don't need to be cruel, you just need to be clear. Say what you tolerate, enforce it once, don't backtrack. That's Machiavellian power. Your reputation is a weapon. In The Prince, Machiavelli stressed that a ruler must not only be strong, but appear strong, because humans don't respond to your inner feelings. They respond to your image. In the modern world, at work, people listen to the person with perceived authority. In relationships, confidence beats perfection. In business, perception sells faster than truth. Online, people follow the one who looks like they know what they're doing. Your reputation walks into every room before you do. So what does a Machiavellian reputation look like today? Calm under pressure. You don't crack selective speech. You don't talk just to talk. Emotional control. You don't show fragility to everyone. Strategic unpredictability. People can't predict your every move. High standards. You're not scared to say no. History proves this. Julius Caesar's name alone could end a battle. Armies surrendered before the fight because his reputation was already a weapon. In modern times, Steve Jobs wasn't famous for being nice. He was known for vision, intensity, and results. People followed him anyway. Why? Because his reputation screamed power and clarity. You can't control what everyone thinks, but you can control what you consistently project. Your reputation is your armor. Forge it deliberately. Stop showing all your cards. Machiavelli advised rulers to hide their full intentions. A prince must be a great pretender and dissembler. In modern language, silence is power. Most people destroy themselves by talking too much. They overshare their dreams. They reveal their weaknesses. They explain every emotion. They tell their enemies their next move. They expose their whole personal life online. You don't need to lie. You just need to stop narrating your entire mind psychology behind it. Humans try to control what they fully understand. They fear or respect what they don't. Mystery creates status. Predictability kills leverage. Real-life examples: the coworker who doesn't join gossip. People sense maturity. The person who moves in silence gets underestimated until they win. The entrepreneur who shares less and builds more is harder to sabotage. The partner who doesn't argue emotionally every time something happens keeps the upper hand. You don't owe everyone your emotional diary. You don't owe everyone your roadmap. Talk less, watch more. Silence creates gravity. People lean toward gravity. Control your emotions or lose your power. Machiavelli understood early what modern psychology confirms. He who cannot control his emotions cannot control his life. Today, you see it everywhere. People explode over criticism. People panic when they're left on read. People break down over online comments. People chase advice, attention, and approval. Emotional chaos destroys power. Humans follow emotional stability. We trust leaders who stay calm. We are drawn to people who don't overreact. We feel safer around those who don't panic. Emotional control signals strength, competence, intelligence, safety, leadership. Humans are wired to look for someone who stays steady when they can't. That's why the calm one in the room often has the most influence, even if they talk the least practical applications. At work, respond slowly, not instantly. In a fight, lower your voice instead of raising it. In relationships, don't react to every emotional game. In negotiations, silence after an offer is more powerful than begging. In social situations, your calm presence raises your status. Emotional control is the foundation of every other ruthless strategy. Without it, you're just reacting. Don't fight every battle, win the war. Machiavelli believed a ruler must choose his battles carefully. Weak people fight over every insult, every comment, every joke, every perceived disrespect. Strong people don't. They don't ignore everything. They filter. Your time is limited. Your energy is limited. Your reputation depends on what you choose to react to. If you respond to everything, you look insecure and fragile. If you respond only when it matters, your reactions become powerful. At work, a coworker's petty comment, ignore it. A coworker trying to sabotage your role, that's where you act. In relationships, someone tries to make you jealous, don't play. Someone repeatedly disrespects your core values, you leave. In life, not every hater deserves a reply, but every real threat deserves a strategy. The goal is not to win arguments, the goal is to win position. Final takeaway: stop playing fair. Start playing smart. Machiavelli wasn't trying to turn people into monsters. He was trying to keep them alive in a brutal world. His message, stripped to the core, fits today perfectly. Stop assuming people play fair. Stop assuming life rewards purity. Stop assuming kindness protects you, because it doesn't. Life rewards strategy, boundaries, confidence, discipline, emotional control, awareness of human nature, power over yourself. You don't need to be evil. You don't need to manipulate for fun. You don't need to crush others. You just need to stop letting others crush you. Be kind, but not naive. Be fair, but not blind. Be patient, but not passive. Be honest, but not predictable. Be strong. And when the moment demands it, be ruthless, not to destroy others, but to protect yourself, your future, your peace. That is Machiavellian power. That is dark psychology, used with intelligence. That is how you stop playing fair in a world that never was. This is Mind Cipher. And now you see the game. If you're ready to stop being played, don't just watch power, learn to use it. If this video shifted something inside you, like, share, and comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Mind Cipher. Stay close. We are just getting started.